This episode of CST is brought to you by our 133 patrons. If you'd like to become a supporter of the show, you can do so by going over to patreon.com/CST. All right, so, you taping?
Not hot. Sea lion sunbathing.
Hello, Catherine.
Hi.
How do you do?
It's Sunday afternoon. I'd kind of rather be taking a nap right now.
I don't want to hear that. I'm not going to start calling you Greg.
I want to go read my book on the bed until my eyes get so heavy that I can't keep them open anymore, and then I want to go to sleep.
Just drift away.
That's what I want to do.
Well, if you are joining us via YouTube right now, we're videoing the first segment of our show. We're actually in the studio bedroom that we use as a studio, and it has been taken down. So in the background, you can actually see mattresses leaning up against the wall and headboards and all kind of weird stuff.
We've had the last bit of our puzzle for the house transition. In terms of, the big things that have to happen. I think I talked on a former show that there were 8 pieces to the puzzle. And we completed number 6. We just haven't gotten the paperwork on it. And then, so we'd have 2 more pieces to the puzzle to actually close out. Because Matt keeps telling people, hey, we bought a house. Someone's bought our house. And I'm like, no, don't jinx. I'm an ER nurse. We're big on not jinxing things. So I'm like, no, don't jinx it. We haven't bought anything yet. Nothing has been bought. So stop saying that.
People have agreed to allow us to buy things.
Yes. That has happened, and we have agreed to buy things.
But no money has entered our bank account. Some has left it.
A lot has left our bank account. We're running pretty darn low these days.
The word unblowupable is thrown around a lot these days, but I think I can say with confidence. Okay, that shows you what could potentially happen.
So we're in the middle of camp season.
Yeah.
So Ben...
And when he says camp, he doesn't mean like we're going camping, because everyone knows that no one in the South, at least no one in South Georgia, should be camping right now, because that'd be crazy.
Because they would burst into flames.
No, our children are doing various and sundry camps, which we do every year.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, Ben was at Epworth Camp, which is a Methodist church camp we've sent our children to forever. And
I went there. My daddy went there.
And Sam and Jude were in Vacation Bible School that week.
No,
the next week.
So Ben was at Epworth Camp. Yeah. Sam and Jude were at Camp Chameleon. Then Sam went to Epworth Camp, and Ben and Jude were involved in Vacation Bible School at the Methodist Church.
Yes. And
now no one's in camp, but you're going to Blakely.
It's not called Methodist in a small town. But we've explained that dynamic before. So yeah, everybody's here right now for the next couple of hours. And then I'm going to Blakely to be with Dad for a few days before.
And I begin my last 3 days of work at my current job.
That's right. And then we all head to Indiana to see the Willitses. Mm-hmm. And the day after we get back from Indiana, Sam and Ben go to Boy Scout camp. And then a few days after that,
we pack up our house and move.
We sign documents selling our house away. And then a couple of days after that, we pack up our house for the last time and move to Cumming. And then a couple of days after that, that very day, I have to drive to Boy Scout camp to help relieve another leader who has to leave. So, please say a prayer for us. It is a busy, busy season of our life.
Yeah, there's this,
And logistically taxing.
Yeah, and this is going to continue until probably sometime in August. Because even in August, Sam's birthday's happening, and the boys still have orthodontist appointments, and we've got to come back to town. But and we're going to be moving into a new house, assuming.
I'm gonna tell you this real quick, and I need you to be patient with me. But I'm wearing headphones, as you can see on the video.
Yeah.
And you are all over the map because of our wonky video setup. Like, the microphone is kind of coming at Catherine in sort of a tangential way, and
we could do it like this.
She's trying to talk to me.
Here we go.
That's much better, because what I was getting is you would enter one ear and leave another ear and all this weird stuff because you turn your head a little bit as you talked, and it was. I'm trying to.
All right. Well, I'll just leave it
like
this then.
Okay, sounds good. But nobody's going to watch anymore because I can't see you.
Well, Can't have it both ways, Mac.
I know. It's a problem. I'm just saying, either move the mic over here and adjust your head slightly and maintain that angle.
Okay.
No, now you've hidden behind the mic again. Stop being sassy.
I don't know what you want. I don't know what to tell you.
I just want you to stop turning your head as you talk.
Okay, I'll stop turning my
Either talk to the mic or don't. If you don't want to talk to the mic, that's fine. I can leave your level high. But if you talk to the mic, I need to leave your level low so we don't make people's ears bleed.
Okay.
So you tell me what you want to do.
All right.
Still not telling me what you want to do. Okay, go ahead. What was your story about? I've forgotten now.
I don't know. I've forgotten too. You're the one that had a story. You tell your story.
I didn't have a story.
You have some sort of story.
So, appraisal. We had our appraisal this week.
That was on Friday afternoon. Very nice man from Metter came
Super
over.
nice.
Super nice guy. And walked through our house and made little notes on a piece of paper. Then deciding whether or not we're going to be able to sell it. Like, the power, that's what really bothers me, I think, about people that appraise houses. Like, the power these people have over your life. Like, it's terrifying. And, the appraisal for the house in Gainesville has already gone through, and that was fine. It was exactly where it was supposed to be. And so I'm assuming that we're on par here, but Swainsboro is a little bit tougher because things just don't sell as quickly around here. And our house is pretty unique in its area. So it just doesn't quite... It's
disconcerting.
We've had people in our lives, people that we know personally, who have gone to sell houses, have gotten a buyer, and then the house appraises for, a third of what they're asking. And
That's not going to happen to us.
But
We are trusting in the Lord.
like our son Sam says, which he just keeps telling me. So, Lord, I'm literally speaking to God right now. Lord, this little boy is watching everything that happens, and he sees your hand in this. And so Sam keeps telling me, Mom, everything else is lined up. Why wouldn't this?
Yeah. So one day last week, I went and helped out at a Cub Scout day camp.
Cool.
Up near Augusta, in Hephzibah, Georgia. And the day before, they had an earthquake here in Georgia. And the kids could feel it at the camp. It was great stories. But I could only help out one day, and I helped out with the fishing and several of the scouts in order to get a bear goes fishing belt loop. They had to make fishing poles. So they made these cane poles, and then they rotated through. Each one would have like 45 minutes, or each group den would have 45 minutes of fishing. And so I was manning the fishing station. So I had to walk around the pond to where I was, and I had to help them. Little boys, if they're not raised around fishing, they don't like sticking this pointed thing through some gooey worms.
You mean destroying and killing a life in front of them?
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough for some people.
And then it's really boring. So little boys love the idea of fishing. Little boys that have not gone fishing before, they love the idea of fishing. But the practicality of fishing, they're not big fans of. Especially pole fishing, these poles that are really kind of too heavy for them. And so it's hard for them to manage anyway. And then you can't really get them far enough away from the bank for the fish to actually bite. Our saving grace was that one boy actually caught a fish the very first group. And so I was able to say, listen, this kid caught a fish. He caught it right over here.
Nobody else caught a fish, I'm assuming.
Nobody else caught a fish. No. But it did remind me of why we serve. And it was nice hanging out with these little boys all day and watching them get some big thrills, and watching them do stuff they don't normally do and literally helping them out. So that was, I got a lot out of that day, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I am so glad. I was asleep.
Yeah, you worked 3 days.
I did.
And one of the days that you worked, one of the nights that you worked, Jude and I, we're reading Charlotte's Web right now. And we're on the bed reading, and he's got, he's wearing jeans, but no shirt. And at Vacation Bible School that day, they made these necklaces, these cross necklaces. So it's just like a little piece of hint line with a little glow-in-the-dark cross on the end. And we're reading, and he'll stop me every now and then to talk to me in the middle of a paragraph or whatever, and he'll like, Daddy. So I stopped this one time, and I said, yes, Jude. He says, do I look cool with no shirt on in this necklace? So he's laying there, like a Gap model, in jeans and no shirt and a necklace. Mrs. Do I look cool?
We took Jude and Lizzie Bell and Ben to Vacation Bible School on Monday. Dropped them off. First of all, Jude disappeared as soon as we walked in the door. Could not find him.
Yeah, like he went into hiding.
Where did you finally find him?
He, in the, how the Methodist Church has like the central foyer, and then it has 2 side foyers. He was like around the corner on one of the side foyers.
Did he hear us calling him?
Yeah. But to him, it was just like he acted like it was sort of an innocent thing. He wasn't deliberately trying to be disrespectful or anything.
Anyway,
I gave him what for.
Later,
I made him feel bad.
Later that evening, I went to go pick him up and walked in, and one of the mothers, or one of the the ladies that helps out. I've known her for a long time. She's my brother's age. She came up to me smiling, luckily, not frowning, but smiling, and said, "Your son Jude, I just can't wait to hear what's going to come out of his mouth next." He just apparently.
And you say, "Thank you."
Thank you. And I said, I'm assuming, is that okay? Was he all right? She said, yes. And then I said, you can correct him anytime you want. It's fine. But it's really kind of the way he is. He's pretty hilarious.
You know what he is? He's very entertaining. Well, that is the happening segment of our show, Catholic in a Small Town. If you'd like to hear the rest of the show, please subscribe to it however you subscribe to podcasts.